Hey guys, it's Sarah from Altcoin Bus Ladies. So I hope everyone's finished watching the football now and people will come up and join me on this amazing live stream, I hope. So the football is amazing today. Congrats to England. Apparently the football's coming home. And as well to Croatia. What a game. What a game. I'm not any sort of a football fanatic or anything. I do enjoy it, but let's leave that alone. So I'm currently looking on CoinMarketCap, and Tezos is actually 19th. So first of all, this is very confusing. We've got market cap at $268 billion with a Bitcoin at 6.6. So it's gone down than the last video. We've also got Ripple still below 50 cents. Bitcoin Cash is down still in the last week. So is Tron, and so is Tezos. So Tezos is down actually 59%. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the network issues. We're going to talk about what actually is going on with Tezos. What is Tezos, for those of you who don't know? So I'm going to start off with that, and hopefully more people will join in as I'm explaining what Tezos actually is and why is it in top 20. So let's get on with it. Let me just go onto their website. I always like to have a bit of an inspiration from it. So I'm looking at their official blog where Tezos Foundation announced that the betanet is finally live. And for those of you who don't know, Tezos is a smart contract platform that has rose 232 million in its initial coin offering in July 2017, making it the largest token sale at that current time. The platform boasts an on-chain governance model and formal verification for smart contracts. So after a year of active development, several class action lawsuits, and multiple delays, Tezos has finally launched successfully. The future of Tezos rests in the hands of its community, and this moment marks an inflection point for the project. And they were excited to support community developers, scientists, validators, and enthusiasts from all over the world as they drive the success of the innovative decentralized network. I've got the statement of the Tezos Foundation president. There we go. From the outset, the code base underpinning the Tezos protocol has been engineered with security in mind. Although no system can be completely secure, every system can be continuously improved towards the goal, fixing bugs, maintaining and adjusting the code base, and integrating additional functionality are several actions that may be taken while the beta is live. Unscheduled downtime and hard forks may occur as upgrades are implemented. It is anticipated that all transactions that take place on the betanet will persist into the mainnet, which will launch after the meta has successfully matured. So this is getting a bit confused, but their foundation also announced on top of that they would be sponsoring HackerOne, which is a San Francisco-based cybersecurity company to manage the bug bounty program. They also commission independent security audit and code review headed by List Authority and security researchers at INRA, respectively. So what Tezos actually has done is built an on-chain governance model where users can propose protocol upgrades, and if the network reaches a consensus to implement it, changes automatically made without a need for any manual intervention. The proposer is compensated with the network tokens. Tezos hopes also that this particular mechanism would incentivize everyone to work on improving the network and also help to decentralize the project to the maximum possibilities. So what's the whole thing with the validators? Well, it's actually the Tezos network. They call validators bakers. Like, the designer, Ted Baker, bakers, like a bakery. So the Tezos protocol utilizes the delegated proof of stake consensus algorithm. And like I said, it refers to the network validators as bakers. And users can get involved in the block validation process by staking 10,000 Tezos. Users are encouraged to participate in the network, even if they don't own those 10,000 Tezos, by delegating their stake to a baking service. The currency has an inflammatory a bake supply model with an annual increase of 5% that is paid out to bakers. The Tezos Foundation has issued a grant to Cryptonomic, which is like a New York City-based company, to build an open source wallet. Several open source projects such as Tezbox are also being worked on. So Tezos is currently trading on BTC and Gate.io markets. There haven't been any announcements pertaining to exchange listing or any additional exchanges being added onto it. So it's a bit weird one because it should be available a bit more. But seeing how long it took them to actually get their, stuff together, I'm not really surprised. So it seems like what the Tezos investors actually were waiting for is to sell. They were waiting for an opportunity to be given so they can sell the Tezos. And that's what we can see in the graph. That's basically what it says. Because they've been waiting nearly a year to get their tokens. And the first thing they did is get rid of them. At least that's what it seems to be the case according to the available data on CoinMarketCap, which indicates like a sell-off pattern since the tech backing the crypto assets was released into the beta stage. So the price fell from $2 to 110 from what I can see before. Pairing losses reached roughly like $1.70, I think 70, yeah. The high above was $4 and then it dropped, unfortunately. But it's what happens. Notably, the sell-off coincides with the first listing of Tezos tokens on an exchange. Many investors were quick to take advantage of access to liquidity. On Monday, on top of that, Gate.io, which is like a smaller exchange, announced that it would support trading of Tez, the native token of Tezos blockchain. And prior to Gate.io's listing, pricing data had been based on the proxies available for trading on HitBTC. So while it's still early days, the decline appears to mark a tough first week for a project that raised $232 million in July 2017. But I mean, what did I expect if they rose the money exactly a year ago and they've only just released something? While Tezos obviously attracted attention for its creative solutions to problems of governance in blockchain network, it has since made the headlines for its own governance struggles. Even so, for investors who obtained Tez at the ICO price of, I think, 50 cents, selling this week would be still profitable. So at least that's something positive to look at. As such, observers disagree over whether the decline marks a temporary setback due to profit taking by a few investors or just a slightly negative turn in sentiment around a project that was once seen as a way to make blockchain quite mainstream. So what is your guys' opinion about it? Do you guys think that Tezos is a good buy and just nothing's going to actually happen? To everyone who's watching me, thanks, guys. Leave the likes, obviously. It's always appreciated. Are you guys holding any Tezos? You guys any fans of Tezos? Have you heard of it before? Have you seen it on a top 19? Top 19 on CoinMarketCap. Its volume currently, from what I've seen, is over 1 billion. So seeing what the price of Tezos currently is, it seems that liquidity is spent on the sell-off rather than purchasing some more of it, which is quite sad to see. Yes, I've not heard much about Tezos. I've actually spent the time between the two games today to research it, learn a little bit more about it. So that's how I know those things. About the price and post ICO and the graphs. It shows up also some weak hands. You could say that this is what the typical behavior of someone who panic sells because they haven't done anything. They were just waiting to take some sort of a profits. Someone could take that's what they're doing. Oh, people are just being really confused with what Tezos is doing. I mean, even in like the most bullish environment, many express anxiety about like exchange listings based on the feelings that listings on large exchanges like Binance would attract buyers and prop up the price. A common theme had the obviously Tezos, the Swiss nonprofit that conducted the ICO, and they launched the beta net or deserves for not having secured exchange listing, as they could have got it a bit more sorted considering they've been around for so long. And I haven't been following them from the start, so I don't really know how the SEO's been doing, but there's been too much gossips, and I'm just trying to summarize it from what I know right now. So if you guys know a little bit more about Tezos, it'd be brilliant. Pundi. I'll make a special video about Pundi as well. I haven't actually checked them for a while. I'm not personally invested into it. It's because there's so many other projects I'm invested in. I just can't get my head around it. And but I know that they've been doing some big moves. There's been some action going on, and that's what's going on with the price. I'll make a special video for Pundi. Let's have a look on Pundi on CoinMarketCap. I got distracted now. Where is it? There we go. It's 41, so it's much higher the last time I looked at it, actually. And it's down in the last week by 23%, and it's currently trading at not 3 cents. Its circulating supply is quite big. Market cap is at $340, and it's in front of Nano, Waves, and Dogecoin Golem. So there is clearly some sort of a community or a potential in it, but then again, Verge is before Pundi, so I'll stay away from making statements based upon their location on CoinMarketCap. So we've got Stefan, who seems to know and be invested into Tezos, so that's quite good. People who are selling Tezos are broke. Tezos is the next blockchain. It is going to be on par with Ethereum by 2020. They have a very dedicated team and community. Wow. Well, that is a big statement. I mean, there are so many Ethereum competitors right now. Like, basically, any video you can do, you can say Ethereum killer, Ethereum competitor. And, I mean, I'm just wondering what they've been doing for the last year. Because clearly, it's a bit like EOS, like they've been around, they rose so much money, and then what happened to it? It's like with Verge, actually. Do you remember before they announced the whole Pornhub thing and this partnership? What actually happened with was it 75 million they rose? Where is that money? Who needs money to announce a partnership? What is going on with that money? Where did it go? I don't understand. If anyone actually knows, please do tell me, because I'd love to know. It's a lot of money to be gone. I'm sure they paid off their salaries and holidays, and they've been quite quiet recently, so they could be busy, chilling outside. But it's just really weird. EOS is a joke. Well, EOS is it's an interesting one considering the 4 billion long-lasting ICO, when there are issues that they had, and how much of a disappointment someone would say they have ended up being. Guys, actually, who of you is invested into Tezos, Pundi? Yeah, I'll have a look on that video. Thank you, Stefan. I always like to learn a bit more about EOS and all those top 10, especially projects. Guys, whoever's tuned in, please leave a like and subscribe to Coin by Ladies if you haven't yet, and share the video on social media as well. So let's have a bit further look on actually the top gainers. If you guys know me, you know that my computer is super slow when it comes to CoinMarketCap. I'm considering using other website. There is a website, I think it's called like CoinLib or something like that. I might swap onto it because I can't handle how slow CoinMarketCap is, especially when I'm making a live and someone's asking me about it. Okay, so this is not happening. I wanted to give a good update on who's being the winner, but it's not happening. So unfortunately not. But actually, there is something funny that happened today. So has everyone seen the video of Vitalik saying that he wishes that, let me find, I definitely hope centralized exchanges go burn in hell. I mean, there is a video of him, just screenshots of the whole thing, of the whole event on the TechCrunch interview. And basically, he just sits there and he obviously says his opinion about the centralized exchanges. And then he makes a funny joke about art and how he doesn't understand the art, how he can just take a photo of it. And then he admits that he does hold some CryptoKitties, but he's forgotten about them. And then he compares the crypto collectibles to like actual art and whether they make sense or not. Because I've been on Blockchain International show in London not so long ago, and there was a conference about collectibles, and loads of people actually didn't know about them, as well as loads of people seemed amazed by it, and someone just got really infuriated that you can change 1 pixel and technically it's not the same thing. So yeah, that's what Vitalik's been talking about, and this is what, I mean, Vitalik is one of those people that you just have to follow on Twitter. You just have to, because he's like the crypto celebrity. You know, I don't want to say celebrity, but you know, guys, what I mean. So I'm hoping that a lot of you managed to actually catch on to this video, that I'm actually not sounding too bored. Yeah, too boring for you. Let's see if my website, yes, there we go. Unfortunately, I've got all the coins instead of just the top 100. So let's try again. Actually, to everyone who's joined in, leave a like. Let me know in the chat what you think of Tezos, what you think of centralized exchanges. Decentralized exchanges is what we've been talking about here today. And projects like EOS, Tezos taking their time and not actually delivering. And yes, guys, I hope you're all subscribed to Altcoin Ladies. I'm assuming you are. If you're here right now, before I share that on social media. Oh my God. And can you recommend me some other websites on CoinMarketCap, please? Because I can't handle it. I feel like I'm disappointing and becoming really boring about it. But I'm gonna in the comments, I'm gonna leave it on my Twitter at CryptoStar. If you guys not following me, the link to the video of Vitalik Buterin just taking a stance on decentralization and centralized exchanges and what he basically thinks about it. Basically, what he said is he criticized the centralized platforms for having the ability to decide which cryptocurrencies will become big. We know about those horrendous fees they take for, $10 to $15 million listing fees. Like, this is absolutely outrageous, I think. He also then added that further decentralization would better satisfy the blockchain values of like openness and transparency. Decentralized exchanges, unlike the centralized ones, are built in such a way as to like allow users to have the ownership of the cryptocurrencies and private keys. But then again, decentralized exchanges also have the disadvantages of lack of liquidity compared to the centralized counterparts, being like one of the examples, basically. So that video is really good. I'm gonna share that. And no. So the thing with Tezos, Rebecca Bond. Hello. I hope you're a woman, not a husband behind a woman's account, because I know people who do it. I just don't understand why Tezos was listed so high when it was first listed. So they're currently number 19 on CoinMarketCap, and this is because, from what I can see from the graph, it's just my opinion. It's not professional financial advice in any way. It's basically showing that Once it got listed, people started selling it off as soon as they got the chance because they just purely didn't deliver. And people were just tired of waiting after the months of delays and excuses. It just seems like the Tezos investors got a chance to sell this week and they took it. And that's the reason for the massive liquidity that is currently happening. That is basically my opinion. Because you know how market cap is calculated, right? I mean, it's not exactly the best way to see how crypto works and how much money has been added or taken out. But I hope that makes it a bit clearer for you. Awesome. Okay, so I'm currently up on the CoinMarketCap. Woo! So we've got, in 24 hours, we've got Bitcoin Diamond. Wow, there's another Bitcoin out there. Also, that's what Vitalik was taking the mic out of today on that video that I'll post later. He was asked what is his favorite tokens and stuff, and he just started taking the mic of Bitcoin Pizza, Bitcoin Green, Bitcoin Yellow, and yeah, so it was quite funny. But I've got Bitcoin Diamond up 60%. If anyone knows what are the news, please let me know, because I possibly can't imagine. I don't even know what Bitcoin Diamond does. I know it's high in the rank because it's got Bitcoin in the name. It's probably got nothing to do with it. So I've also got Factim up exactly 10%. That does my OCD quite well. I've got Binance Coin. I mean, we know that Binance estimated to have their profit of 1 billion this year, which is more than most of the banks, actually. So I'm just going to let that sink into you. We've also got Digibyte, Mixin, and Cash. There's Bitcoin Gold as well. Archain, Verge for some reason, Wax, KuCoin Shares, Polymath, and MadeSafe Coin. So this is very interesting. But if you want to look on the Tezos graph as well, as he's up there, it's just it's pure dump of whatever people had. Bitcoin Diamond looks like it's a massive buy, the gossip, sell the news, and that sort of a pattern of a sell-off. So guys, I've been actually talking for quite a while now, and it's like really hot in England still. There's like a heat wave, which people are not used to, and the houses are so not prepared for it. So I'm gonna finish. I'll be finishing off now. If you guys got any more questions, please do ask them now before I leave. Subscribe to Altcoin Best Ladies, obviously. Follow us on Twitter, Altcoin Best Ladies, and Crypto Sarah, that's me, Altcoin Sarah. Leave a like button. If you didn't manage to catch me whilst the live was on, leave a comment. I'll always reply to them. I'll at least try to. And if there aren't any questions, I even can't talk anymore. It's been a long day for me. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If there aren't any questions, nothing's coming up on my chat. I'll catch you guys later. And if you've got any more ideas for what you want me to talk about tomorrow, let me know in the comments. I'll catch you guys later. Stephanie keeps saying to go buy it now and go England. Yes, we know. Apparently football's coming home. And I can't believe I'm ending this live stream on saying football's coming home. But did you guys actually see? There is the best clip I think I've seen is the one with The Office where Ricky Gervais is having a dance off and it's just this in the background. I'm done for today. Have a good Saturday, guys. Go celebrate if you're English or if you're Croatian. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.